What's going on, guys? It's Skullface here, back with another Play Arts Kai DC variant review, and that's my T2RX6 impression. I give him a hard time about it. He tried to throw me off his trail recently, but I'm back on it. But it is your favorite Gordon's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at Play Arts Kai DC variant Batgirl. I might sound excited. It's because I've been looking forward to this figure for an extremely long time. She's been pushed back at least twice, possibly 3 times. I am happy to finally have her. Let's look at accessories first, as we always do. She comes with this. I don't use it. Oh, also, I try to tidy up my my mat a little bit here. Mr. James giving me a hard time about that, but I'm going to run it through the wash this weekend so people don't, call me a poop putz. Anyway, so this is some sort of knife sword bit, and this thing kind of does that, and I guess if that's your thing, then you have it available and you're welcome to use it. I am not using it. She comes with these 2 cape extensions. You can take off the ones that I have on her there. They're on ball joints, and you can put these on, and then you have kind of an S curl, for lack of a better term, effect, like a. But it's not really for me. I like the one that she has on there, but it's cool that they give you the options. They are a soft plastic, and they're painted and then maybe airbrushed or dry brushed, like a gray. There is a gradient of black, and then there's also some, I don't know what they did here. I'm guessing that it's a black plastic, and they airbrushed yellow and kind of stopped as they got up here, because it's and they did it on purpose for the effect, and it's really good. It's what you expect from Play Arts, and no complaints. This unit is like a gold plastic, but then they have a darker kind of a wash on it, and perfect. She also comes with 3 additional hands. I think one is upstairs, so I forgot to bring it down, but it's 2 open ones, 2 kind of gripping ones, and they're all detail and then blue paint and washed, and just what you expect. And then one that has this kind of a trigger finger hand, which is what I use for her Batarang, which is another accessory that we can take out. She's just leaning up against her stand there. And that has a wash on it as well, and good stuff. That's what I choose to use. Real quick, I wanted to show you with the accessories, these hands here will hold the sword just fine, both that way and this way, whatever kind of makes sense to your. It also comes with the typical Play Arts stand. I know a lot of people hate them. I think they work like a champ. They are unsightly, I guess, but they keep your figure from taking a shelf dive. And if you've got an $80 figure, I want to keep it from taking a shelf dive, if you know what I mean. A bro. So let's look at her. So the first thing that you'll notice is she definitely has the DC variant anime look. Some people hate this, but if you do hate it, then you're welcome to that opinion. But if you hate it and you bought it, you are a moron, because that's what they are making. It's a Japanese company's take on these characters, so they're going to have Japanese sensibilities when it comes to aesthetics with their figures. Any other expectation would kind of be like, yeah, Pizza Hut? Yes, I'd like to make an order for delivery, please. Yeah, 2 cheeseburgers and a large fry. What do you mean you don't have it? Well, you should. It's what I want from you. It's what I expect from you. You can't feel that. I mean, your name is Pizza. Never mind, gotta go. Let's look over. The line work is insane. All of these little rivets here are all molded. Every defining piece of her suit is a mold. It's not just a design. And I mean, it's incredible. It's what you expect. There's glossy paint, there's flat paint, there's washes, there's dry brushing, there's airbrushing. It's really, I mean, it's just from head to toe. It's great. So I wouldn't even know where to begin with trying to talk about it as a whole. So I'm just gonna go down the figure, and we'll do it piece by piece as we talk about articulation. Okay. So head is on a ball joint. It's on a double ball joint, so there's one in the neck and then there's one in the head, and what that allows you to do is get a ridiculous amount of articulation with it. The bad thing is, if you put it in some extreme poses, you're going to get some visibility into the hinge, but just be smart when you do it, and you won't have that problem whatsoever. There's line work all in the cowl, and the hair has just a ridiculous amount of washes and paint apps applied to it. It's quite brilliant. The cape has like a soft piece of plastic that covers up, typical play art style. It covers up 2 ball hinge joints that hold the 2 pieces of the cape that are interchangeable, and then they are ratcheted, so you can take them out, or you can bring them back, or you can bring them to the side, or you can bring them down, whatever you want to do. Which brings us to the torso. There is a numerous amounts of paint. It almost gets to a point where you can't tell what's the original. I mean, I'm guessing it's a black, but like, it has gold paint, it has gray paint, it has silver paint, it has washes and inks on top of it, and they don't cut any corners, which is what I like. It does have the ball joint waist, so I mean, you can get this far to the left and that far to the right, that far forward, that far back. It does what it needs to do. Anything but an ab crunch. That's kind of my philosophy. It's got a soft piece of floating plastic here, which allows you to get all the articulation that you need out of the hips and legs. And then this belt piece here is attached to this piece, but it's also free floating around the other piece. So it's just, the moment that you think that they've done everything they need to do, they take it one step further and go one step farther. So it's always nice. It's just an awesome experience to get one of these figures. And the first time you get one, you'll know what I mean. Shoulders are on a butterfly joint that's a little hindered by this piece of armor here, but you still get plenty. And then typical play arts hinged ball joint that swivels at the top and bottom for the elbow. It's a ball joint in the sense that it is a ball, but it's just a hinge that's swiveled on both sides, which is really what you need. No bicep. Oh, it does. It does have a bicep swivel. I mean, it's hidden. It's hidden so well I didn't see it, but that's pretty awesome. You get basically that far and that far because of this piece of plastic. Hinders it a bit, but what more do you need? That's about a natural range of motion anyway. Elbow gets you just about 90 degrees, and the same hinged ball joint that swivels, or ball joint that swivels at the top and bottom for the wrist, and which also allows you to articulate the hand forward and back on the hinge, and then obviously it swivels on both sides. So little to nothing you can't do. Now, the one problem with this figure, oh my goodness gracious, the hair is on the same type of ball hinge, and you can remove it if you don't like the hair. And go that look, which is nice. Let me get this. Now I will say, there you go. It's a long pin, so you want to be careful because it's a long, thin piece of plastic. But I just did it there and I had no problem. My one complaint is my butterfly joint here is a little loosey-goosey. It's loose. Doesn't mean that I can't get it in some poses that'll stay. It's just nothing can be perfect, Going down here, same thing, multiple paint apps, the whole bit, same exact articulation. These little gauntlets I didn't go over on the other side are all the soft plastic, so you don't have to worry about them breaking off or whatever. Just smart. Looks like we have, I'm going to take the cape off actually, which, and even with a short little piece there, it's not a bad look. We have the T-jointed, hinged in there, like universal joints, and they're ratcheted. Listen to that. So nice. Profile. Just brilliant. Multiple paint apps on here. No thigh swivel, which is okay with me. Doesn't bother me one bit. Has the play art knees, but because it's a female with a thinner bit here, it's not as ugly. And they even put the piece of armor there. I think they're really starting to learn. I've said this in the past, but you know, to just do something to cover it up a bit, and it doesn't look as noticeable. And then they are ratcheted hinged as well, both at the top and the bottom. Insanity. And the hinged ball joint that swivels at the top and bottom for the ankles as well. So, I mean, she's great. The only problem is without the stand, if you're not into the stand, it's going to be impossible to get her to stand up. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's going to take a significant part out of your day, which is not my bag. Oh, and I guess I should show you her butt with the bat thong armor, which is always a nice look. Sadly enough, I only have one other variant. I have the Wonder Woman, and you can see she sizes up nicely. Now we've got her crouched a bit, so they're about the same height, but she's still going to be a little shorter. So just a tad bit shorter. I mean, it's hard to see in the perspective of the camera, but like her head is coming, top of her head is coming up to about the top of her crest there. So there you go. I never got the Batman because I didn't care for it, and I'm still on the fence about the Green Lantern. I do want to get the Flash, so we'll see. Final thoughts, she's pretty close to perfection for this line. I give her a 9 out of 10. I would give her a 10 if it wasn't for that one joint. I mean, she's good. She's Play Arts quality. She's what I've come to expect from this company, which is nice. It's nice to have a company that you can trust, and this is one of them. Every little piece of detail is paid attention to. I don't know if you can see in her eyes, but there's, reflective, it's a glossy paint. The eyelids are painted on, the eyelashes are painted on, the eyebrows are painted on. There's reflections in the eyeball, light reflections. It's just, there's light reflections on the lips. It's a glossy paint. It's no shortcuts. A toy company that doesn't take shortcuts. Unheard of. Preposterous. So anyway, pick her up if you're into DC, if you're into the variants, if you're into anime, you'll like it. There's no other way around it. If DC's not your thing, then skip it. But why are you watching this in the first place, moron? I will be back on Monday. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.